Hi, it's Declan O'Donghue here from the Sporting Press. Looking back over the season at Shelbourne Park, and of course in Shelbourne we have so many things to choose from, and really it's worth having to leave some of them out. But you had to pick three, and three to me do stand out. And the first one obviously is the Derby final, BuzzSports Irish Derby. We had a superb winner this year in the other Kobe. Touch of a fairy tale about this. His little brother, Born Warrior, won it 12 months before, and the other Kobe literally fell out of traps in the first round, and all the dreams they thought were gone. But of course, life is a funny old game, and it turned out quite the opposite the following year. Now, trained by Jennifer Donald, as we know, and owned by David Lestrange, well known in horse racing, this was his first greyhound, and he actually bought him for his uncle, Brian Clare, who has been in Shelbourne since I think it opened almost. And of course, well-known Kildare sports person Aidan Walsh, who's very much involved with both greyhounds and horse racing, and indeed sponsored the Texas Club for 40 years. So it was Aidan actually contacted Ted Hegarty and said, "I'm looking for a Derby winner." And Ted probably said, "So a lot of other people," but he said, "I'll get back to you." And he didn't get back for a long, long time. And Aidan thought that Ted Hegarty had forgotten what that would be today. So finally, Ted got on. He recommended this dog. Aidan asked the lads, they said, "Let's go for it." They rang Frances, and they're very anxious at Frances, keep the dog, that she trains it, and the rest, as they say. Well, it wasn't history. We know the first round of Derby, he literally fell out of boxes. I was wondering, was he a kind of a hype dog? I was very fond of Born Warrior, so I know upon him with that. But I thought at the Dublin Festival, when he won that night at Dublin Festival, that he looked a serious hound then. And then I said, yes, this could be very much a Derby dog next year. And as it turned out, he was. A reasonable first round effort, you could say, nothing more than that. Diced with things a little bit in the second and third round, but then he took off. The quarter final run 29:15, a 3:38 section. I don't have ever seen that. That was just unbelievable. But then the fear was, of course, he'd run his final on the wrong night, which so often happens so many of our leading greyhounds. Very good in the semi-final, very slick, professional there again, and then into the final, where, as you know, he ran from trap two. Well, he exploded out of the box. I think he won the Derby in the first few strides, to be honest with you. But then again, coming behind was Bucco's Crystal, who's open class 600. She's open class, whatever you like. She's just an incredible greyhound. And she was coming after him all the way to the line. He needed to win in a fast time, and 29:11 was simply sensation. And yet, she's only half a length behind. Bucco's Crystal did 29:14 in the Derby final, and that's fair shooting too. And the very good Ben's Teddy was what was third. He's an outstanding greyhound. It is just think three in the litter, and two of them win Irish Derby finals on successive years. You couldn't make that one up, frankly. It was just a brilliant performance, a superb dog. So was Born Warrior, no question about that. And following in his paw prints, 12 months later was the other Kobe, a very, very worthy winner of a truly great BuzzSports Irish Derby.
It is the BuzzSports Irish Greyhound Derby decider for 2023. The hair in motion, the runners in one, well met, two, the other Kobe, three Ben's Teddy, four, 365, in five Bucco's Crystal, and six Music Glide Away. Away they go, and a good start by two. The other Kobe leads to the bend. Bucco's Crystal and Music Glide Away. Well met Ben's Teddy in 365, but on the bend, and Kobe leads into the back straight. Bucco's Crystal second, then comes one well met, and Ben's Teddy is starting to make his move, but it's the other Kobe. His brother won it 12 months ago. Born Warrior, he leads by two. Bucco's Crystal closes the gap, but the other Kobe leads to the line, and the other Kobe wins the Derby! Little brothers, year after year. Born Warrior last year, the other Kobe this year. Well done to Jennifer O'Donnell. She has once again climbed the mountain. To Brian Clare, David Lestrange and Aidan Walsh, they have won the Derby with the other Kobe. He was purchased last year to win it. He fell out in the opening round and crashed out, but he's back 12 months later, and he has won the BuzzSports Irish Greyhound Derby, the other Kobe, in 29:11. That's how to win a Derby.
Well, our second choice, Dana from the Sporting Press, I'd have to include this one, but I want to include her anyway because she's brilliant. Crafty Shivoo. She won the Sporting Press online edition, Irish Oaks. from, of course, Claire Galway, Brian and Peter Dively, who produced some outstanding. I must admit, I always thought them as coursing people, but in recent seasons they've produced some really, really brilliant greyhounds, and this is right up there with the best of them. I must mention, she was bred by the late Donald Beattie from Offaly, an absolute gentleman, taken from us much too soon. And I've no doubt he's looking down from above and enjoying every minute of this, because not only did she win the Oaks, but she's gone on to have an outstanding career now in the UK. Now, she was drawn trap one in the final. I'm not saying she needed it, but it didn't do any harm. And yet she was led by Glengar Martha, who we wouldn't have thought over 5.25 in Shelbourne, but Glengar Martha led her up, but she got the corner. That was important. And coming then from way off the pace, would you believe, was Scooby Duchess, who had been second the year before in totally different circumstances. The year before, Scooby led all the way everywhere but the line. This time she came from the next parish. I think she came from Donnybrook or somewhere, and she finished second. So tough on Jennifer 2 years running, but of course this year as well, there was a sweet consolation prize waiting around the corner. But an outstanding greyhound, Crafty Shivoo, a very worthy winner of the Sporting Press Irish Oaks. A very, very good greyhound, and it's great to see she's carrying on that great stuff again in the UK.
The hair in motion for the final of the Sporting Press online edition. Irish Oaks in 1, Crafty Shivoo, 2, Quivers Magic, 3, Bobsleigh Dream, 4, Droopy's Timing, 5, Glengar Martha, and 6 is Scooby Duchess. The Oaks final. Off and a good start by 5 on the outside, Glengar Martha. Now 1, Crafty Shivoo, showing all early speed. Bobsleigh Dream at the tail, but up front it is Crafty Shivoo. From in second, 5, Glengar Martha. Then comes 6, Scooby Duchess. A further gap to 2, Quivers Magic. 3, Bobsleigh Dream making up ground now, but surely it's too late, because Crafty Shivoo is clear at the third bend. 2.5 lengths in hand. Glengar Martha closing, as is Scooby Duchess, but Crafty Shivoo will on the Oaks for the Dively family. Second is 6, Scooby Duchess, and Glengar Martha third. I believe the winner though, Crafty Shivoo. Brilliant early speed, made the most of that inside draw. She got to the front and she would not be denied. 28-14.
Well, so many in contention for our third choice, but I did go with Let's Go Bubbles in the Suncrop Festival Puppy Oaks. She is a half-sister to Susie Sapphire, as you know, and of course also represents Owen McKenna and Peter Comerford. She is not like her in some ways. She much prefers, I think, the outside. She stays forever. She's open class 600 yards, but she's pretty sharp over 5.25 as well. And she needed to be to win this, because she had a great booker with Boyle Sports Coco, who's another outstanding bitch. And indeed, they've become old rivals. They're meeting again as we speak. They're clashing in Shelbourne. And 2 outstanding greyhounds. And in fact, Boyle Sports Coco led up and led a good bit of the way. And Let's Go Bubbles, maybe her 600 yards speed came into it. She came off the last bend and she came home, but it was very, very tight. 28.47, 2.5 lengths, and Gold Cash Ice was third. Let's Go Bubbles has gone on to great things since, and she's all next season to look forward to as well, I would think. She'll never quite be Susie Sapphire, but she's a very, very good greyhound. And of course, it's great Kildare success because Peter Comerford was involved, and the Suncrop people, as we know, are Tony and Lorraine Howard, who have been great supporters of the greyhound game down the year. So great result all around. Tough looking Boyle Sports Coco, but that's the way it is in these finals. There's a winner and there's a second, and you know that's the way it finishes. Top class. Let's Go Bubbles, very, very good, and I think she'll be very good again next season.
Off they go, and a good start by Trap 3. Boyle Sports Coco and 4. Let's Go Bubbles, but it's Boyle Sports Coco. Let's Go Bubbles. Then comes 2. Lima Rose. 6 Easy Razzle. Missed the kick. She's back in 5th. Up front, however, and it's 3. Boyle Sports Coco. On by a length and a half to 4. Let's Go Bubbles. A gap back to 5. Cold Cash Ice, but up front, and 3. Boyle Sports Coco is under pressure now. Here comes 4. Let's Go Bubbles on the outside, and she's going to emulate her half-sister Susie Sapphire by racing to Puppy Oaks glory. Second is 3, Boyle Sports Coco, and it looked like 5, Gold Cash Ice was third. The winning time, 28.47. Let's Go Bubbles, a fantastic winner for Owen McKenna and Peter Comerford.
Okay, well, that's the 3 picked. I know I've left a lot of very, very good greyhounds out. That's the way it is in Shelbourne. That's the way we are. We're just spoiled with these great greyhounds every year. It's been a fantastic season at Shelbourne Park. I'm very much looking forward to next season and seeing you all again. But in the meantime, I wish everyone a very, very happy Christmas and a peaceful and prosperous New Year.